Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Ranger Ravers. I want to, first of all, say thank you guys for listening. I definitely appreciate it. I want to really let you guys know that this episode is going to sound different because for some reason, the microphone is coming from the Zoom, like it's picking up from the Zoom versus picking up from the mic itself. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I want to apologize to you guys. This is still a great episode, so I hope you guys still listen and enjoy. And without further ado, I present to you Ranger Ravers. It was an episode when uh, what's the putties name? They're not putties, but what?
Stingrays.
The Stingrays.
Sting wings.
Sting
My bad.
wings.
Sting wings.
Sting wings.
Stingrays. Fish.
Okay.
Yes.
The bug putties. When when the bug putties, they were trying to get it.
Hey, bug.
Yeah, I'm gonna call them bug putties.
Let's go Ranger Ravers. Don't you love the Ranger Ravers?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Ranger Ravers. It's your boy Carlton, and today I have joined me my guy Demetrio.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. No problem. Big Meech.
Hey,
How's everything going, man?
things going good. Man.
Good.
Can't complain. Won't complain. Ain't gonna do no good to complain about it. So just keep moving.
I feel it. So things are a little different. I'm recording actually on Zoom. Normally I would use my camera, but I just remember as I was setting up that I let young Destin, who's filming a feature film, shout out to Destin, I let him hold my lens. And I was just like, oh, I ain't got my lens. We're not gonna cancel the film, we still gonna do it, but it's gonna look webby. So it's all good.
We're gonna get
through it. If you're listening to it, it doesn't matter. But if you're watching it, yeah. So before we get started, I always try to today. Hold on. First of all, today we are talking about Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, and I brought you in because you are an expert on Lost Galaxy.
pretty much all the first up until like 2000. After Lightspeed Rescue, I'll tape it off. I just didn't give it the Disney product after that.
Got you. So with that being said, I want to pull out my toy that I normally do with Power Rangers, and I do my Power Rangers reviews. We have Magna Defender.
I'm glad you cleared that up when you said toy. Some folks will be like, okay, what kind of toys to talk about? We talk about this one.
Wait, what?
Because it kind of threw me off when you said I'm pulling out my toy. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
This ain't that type of pod. Action figure,
There you go.
Magna Defender.
Those with this. It's a Power Ranger type of character.
Yeah. So I got it because as I was watching Lost Galaxy, I got intrigued by the Magna Defender storyline, and I was like, "Oh, I got to get this." And I saw it at the Top Dog Comics. I can't think of the name, but Top Dog Comics. I saw it, and I said, "Oh, I got to get it." And so here we have, yes, Magna Defender.
We're going to get in on there.
So as you know, Demetrio, because you've been watching, I am doing a thing where I am going back and I'm watching Power Rangers, especially the ones that I did not watch regularly. I'm old school. I'm Mighty Morphin all day, and Zeo. You said you tapered off after what?
Lightspeed Rescue.
So I tapered off after like the Turbo movie, like.
So that was what, 97?
Yeah, bro. Like, so I saw the Turbo movie, and then I tried to watch the series. Again, and I want to be clear. This has nothing to do with the actors. This is not about the actors. This is particularly about the story and the characters, not the actors. This is about the story and the characters. So for me, Turbo fell flat.
I can agree.
So, and then after that, my brother was in the Power Rangers. He's younger than me. He was watching Power Rangers. So I would watch an episode occasionally with him. But I just wasn't into it. after the Turbo movie. And so I did the review. We did Turbo, Zeo, Turbo, and Space. And so now we are doing Lost Galaxy. And I saw a few episodes of that before, but I never watched it in its entirety. So I finished it recently, and I want us to dive in.
Just getting in on.
Okay, so we obviously, so this is the first episode where it's supposed to be after the Zordon era. So Zordon is gone, and so this is where we're actually seeing where Power Rangers every season it'll be a new group of Power Rangers every season. So this starts. So Lost Galaxy started that.
What kind of space? I mean, we did get them in Turbo,
But it's still in it's still in the Zordon era as far as like continuous. You know what I'm saying? So like with Turbo, so even though they switched out in Turbo, those same people that were in Turbo was in space. So they're basically in multiple seasons. With Lost Galaxy, literally every season was a whole set of Rangers, whole different set of characters. So that's what Lost Galaxy actually started. It started with that. So basically, it starts off with they're getting ready to board Terra Venture, and they're going to find this new world. And once you board Terra Venture, that's it. You're not coming back to Earth. That's it. It's a wrap.
okay, and that's where Leo came into play.
Mm-hmm.
Because his brother Mike, if I'm mistaken, he was supposed to be on Terra Venture working,
right,
and doing everything,
right.
And
he was like in the command, like he was like a part of the chain of command, like he was like high up in the ranks.
He was high up in the ranks there, and then his brother wanted to be on so bad. He was a stowaway. Everybody was hearing about the stowaway. So something little luggage thing and snuck in, and they found out it was a stowaway, and then next thing you know, everybody come running trying to find out who this dude is.
Right.
So in the midst of that, now you got these villains trying to find something on what was the planet? It was from.
Yeah. Hold on. It's it's Miragor or something. Miranoi. Miranoi. That's the name of it.
Sound like a SpongeBob reference.
So yeah, so the villains they wanted to get the Quasar Sabers. So basically you had to be chosen to pull the Quasar Sabers from the rock. And the people that originally from the Miranoians, I guess, they each person was going and pulling the rock, but trying to pull the sabers, but nobody was successful. And then I'm trying to figure out how. So Kendricks, Kai, and Mike, they were going to like train. Something was going to do something, and then somehow Maya, who's from Miranoi, she went through like a portal or something. She went through a portal and landed where they were, and then they went through the portal to, I guess, get her back home. I guess whatever.
Well, she was telling them that it was, they was being attacked.
Right.
By the Mubston. I want to call them putties, but
no, the Stingwing. Yeah.
So they were being attacked by not Deviant, but whoever. Scorpius.
Scorpius. Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh, we need help. This going on. So Leo was like, hey, since I messed up and I messed up everything, I'm gonna go for it. So he runs through the portal like it ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Kai, everybody else, they run after him. They get into it with everybody, and
Kai did it. Remember, because Kai ends up going to Earth to go to get the what was it? The spaceship? The Astro Mega Ship. That's what because Damon. So basically, Astro Mega Ship is on display. It's in museum, and so Damon is the mechanic, and so Kai gets the Astro Mega Ship. It's like, no, we got to go and rescue everybody from Miranor. So that's how Kai and Damon, that's how Damon gets into the picture. And Alpha 6 is there as well. So they all get into the ship and then they go to Miranoi.
It was funny to me when they were trying to get the ship started because it didn't start up right away. It was
right.
It's like that thing like a 72 build. They trying to crank up and put on. They got it all.
So they go to Illinois, and then Mike, Kai, Mike, Kai, not Leo, Mike, Kai, Maya, Damon, and Kendricks. They all pull out the sabers, so they're the chosen ones. Then the evil henchman, he ends up putting his sword down and basically freezing everybody, making them stone. And so then the Earth, or not Earth, the Earth, not Earth, the planet, but the Earth, the ground, it starts splitting, and then Mike. So this part was stupid to me. Mike could have got that hole. He definitely could. He did not have to fall that hole. He pushed himself into the hole. I watched it. I was like, what? He was like, because he was like, Leo was like, give me your hand. He easily could have gave him his hand. Leo's strong enough and could pull him up. And so, but he was like, no, this is your destiny. Take the Quasar Saber. Da, 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 da. So he took it. He's like, boom. He pushed off and fell into that hole.
Man, give me this sword, man. Give me that. Get out of here.
That was crazy.
Give me your hand. Let's go.
That was crazy. So Mike is quote unquote dead, or yeah. And Leo is now he takes the red Quasar Saber. So now they are the new Power Rangers. They are the Galaxy Rangers. So that's what they are.
It's kind of weird to me because I thought about, since Mike pulled the actual the saber out and gave it to Leo, I'm like, were they both chosen somehow? Or how would that work if he didn't pull it out? Could Leo go pull it out himself? So there was always a question in my mind, man.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So they are officially the Galaxy Rangers. They are on Terra Venture. Now here's one. So I was watching the episode, and this episode kind of confused me. It was an episode when what's the putties name? They're not putties, but what?
Stingrays.
The Stingrays.
Stingwings.
Stingwings.
Stingrays. Fish.
Okay. Yes. The bug putties. When the bug putties, they were trying to get it. Yeah, I'm going to call them bug putties. When the bug putties tried to get into the command, it was some kind of the command. They were trying to get into the command or something. And I was like, they can fly. Why are they trying to get on the elevator? They were trying to break into the elevator. I was like, that didn't make any sense.
I didn't even think about it.
They can fly. You just fly up to where it is and break into the window. Like you can, and they can teleport. Why didn't you just teleport?
I always wonder about that Power Rangers. Period. Like,
but
it's a lot of instances where they could have got out of trouble just.
But did you notice they stopped using teleporting after Turbo? They don't
say I thought it was Ninja, but
they don't teleport. I don't remember them. Yeah, they teleported in Zeo because I remember that and they teleport. I think they did teleport in Turbo, but yeah, they don't teleport after that.
Man,
there's no more teleporting.
They just show up.
They don't have the. I don't. Well, did they have the Commander wrist? The watches? I know Lost Galaxy did not have the watches. I can't remember if
it's communicated. They Morphos was on the wrist. That was about it.
Which is clear. You can tell them, wow, oh, well, you got a thing on your wrist. You're a Power Ranger. Right. I mean, there's really no mystery.
That's it. But that's why I say after Lightspeed Rescue, which was the following season, I think that was like 2000, I stopped watching because when Saban, I want to call him Saban, but however you want to pronounce it, when he sold the product to Disney, man, they just did whatever they felt like after the point, and it was just not Power Rangers to me no more. So when they start pulling out cell phones, talking about wild access and what company is that? Wild access to more? I ain't got no choreography no more to morph, man. Come on. Get this out of here, man.
Yeah. What I will say, what I did appreciate about Lost Galaxy, I appreciate that they were actually Cause this is my issue with In Space. My issue with In Space was they were still on Earth. Like they literally was like they were in space, but they didn't really travel. Like they went to like 1 or 2 planets in space, maybe 3, but they was mostly on Earth.
Like y'all was sleeping the ship. That was about it. Y'all went to sleep, changed your clothes, ate a little bit. Y'all was back on Earth. Like nothing happened. Like if we in space,
right? And
I'd be some space battle.
Like so, Lost Galaxy was actually in space. So I appreciate that they was actually in space doing space things. What else did I before we get into the Magna Defender storyline? Like I said, I just thought like I said, it was just a regular schmegular. You know, they have an issue. The monster comes, then they morph, and then they save the day.
Well, they didn't really have a whole giant storyline. I will say between Space, Lost Galaxy, it was something about this sibling family issues that you were having. Because Mike, which was supposed to be the Red Ranger, your brother Leo, he don't took over, but somehow Corona's back, which used to be Astronomer, which was Andros, Red Space Ranger, his sister. So you had that whole family storyline thing going on for about 2 different seasons going on.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about Corona. So let's talk about the villains real quick. They were annoying to me.
Extremely.
Especially that princess, especially the
Trakina.
Yes, Trakina.
Yeah,
annoying. That's all I got. Annoying.
You know what she remind me? She remind me of like a stuck-up Divatox. Like in a way, I don't know if it's because it was a woman, so like you just had a female villain there, but yeah, like she trying to be another Divatox. But I love Divatox. She got to be one of my favorites, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like that old white auntie that used to be rich but lost all the money but still think highly of herself.
Got you.
That's all it was.
Got you. Yeah, I didn't really care for Trakina. I didn't care for Scorpius. I don't really
didn't move. I ain't like that.
And so we talked about this online before we started recording. I personally thought, because back then when Zed, Lord Zed was the villain, he was very villainous. But then they tapered him off. That made him kind of goofy. Like, once he married Rita, because there was complaints coming in from parents that Lord Zed was too evil, was scary for kids, I think Scorpius is scarier than Zed. I'm talking about look-wise. Scorpius is a bug, octopus, lobster, crab. I don't know what that thing is, and he's slimy. And I'm like, he looks disgusting.
He's slimy. He don't move. He's I don't know.
Yeah, I think Anyway,
it threw me off because you have old people that just sit in a chair all day that don't move. That was him. He never moved. He'd call all the shots. One area wherever this layer was that they did their evilness from, and that was it. Boss everybody around. But I mean, just the pure look of it.
Yeah.
Tentacles, eyes, claws, all of these things, man. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's out there because he look a little slimy.
Very slimy.
What is that?
So they had a lot of, like I said, villains, and then, like, a lot of people obviously trying to take over because once Scorpius got killed, and then which one is Tricarian? Which one is that?
Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's look at that.
They had so many.
They had a lot. That's what I'm saying. They had a lot of villains because it was like paste Tricarian. Okay, this one. Him, yeah, he was the he was the traitor. Okay. Tricarian was the traitor. Because he was trying to take over at one point.
Villamax was okay.
Who was Furio?
Furio.
Let's see. So here's the thing, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, I just watched it, But these
okay, he was the main dude. He was the dude from the start.
So he was the dude from the start. He ended up getting killed.
Right.
Okay, got you.
And that's when DVI came into play.
Got you. But like I was saying, like these villains aren't memorable to me. Like I said, I know Godar, I know Rito, right. Like you know, what I'm saying, I know Scorpina. But these villains, like these henchmen, they're not.
I even know King Mondo.
Yeah. I take all of them. I just don't Villamax, Kegler.
The only one I remember from there, like if you just ask me off top of the dome, Drakina, and that's only because for me, my sister name is Kina. That always triggered us back in the day. Like, hey, yeah, of course I remember her. But other than that,
and
nothing memorable.
Yeah, they swapped out because then Captain Mutiny became the main villain for a few episodes because they had the whole little pirate. They went into the Lost Galaxy, right. Then the pirate ship showed up.
Right.
So they was dealing with that too. So it was a lot of villains up in this thing.
A lot of movement.
A lot of movement. So yeah, the villains, they didn't really do anything for me. The bug putties, they didn't really do anything for me. I'm calling them bug putties, man, because that's what we're gonna do. So go ahead.
What's the bug putties? It's killing me.
Yeah, we're gonna call them bug putties. So Leo is having he's doubting himself as well, but he's also basically feeling guilty because he feels like he's at fault that Mike has perished, is gone. That's another thing I want to bring up too, but we'll wait till we get to Kendrick's. Well, I want to bring something up about that. So then Magna Defender shows up.
This guy.
Magna Defender shows up, and he has an agenda. He wants to kill Scorpius and his goons because he blames them for the death of his son.
Right.
Which is true because they killed his son. They showed it, like they literally killed his son. He was like, no.
You know, this season was very dark.
It was very dark. Very dark. But I appreciated the Magna Defender storyline. I appreciate the Magna Defender because when he showed up, he had his own agenda. He didn't. You know how they normally when the 6th Ranger shows up, they're like, okay, we're gonna join the team. The Magna Defender did not want to join that team. He had his own thing going. He was willing to fight them to do what he needed to do.
He was a gunslinger. Came to, hey, I got a plan.
Right.
I got an agenda. This is what I came here to do.
Right.
I ain't with y'all.
Right.
We got a common enemy, but I'm
doing my thing. Exactly. I appreciated that, but eventually the spirit of his son showed up and was like, "You can't do this. You're causing hurt and pain and stuff." Right. And so the Magna Defender ends up sacrificing himself because something like there's this big volcano thing that was happening. Something was happening, about to destroy the Earth, and so then he sacrificed himself to keep everything safe.
Yep.
There's a lot going on Terra Venture. If you notice, it's this self-contained place, but there was a lot going on
in each dome. If you look at it, you got different domes, top to bottom, left to right, and I'm like, man, what does all take place?
Right.
Getting in here.
How you getting in here? How y'all rebuilding?
How you?
So much
in a space station. Just
right. Yeah,
it was major fights going on.
There was a lot of major fights.
Which made you think, like, how big was Terra Venture?
Exactly.
Like, you look at all the domes, and it's like you got whole Galactabeast,
right?
Animals and villains and fights and millions of dollars worth of damage. Like,
how did you feel about the Zords? Did you like the Galactabeast?
You know what I like about the OG Rangers? Just anything 2000 and back. You actually had animatronics or people in costumes for the most part. After a certain point, everything became graphic and as far as like computer graphics and CG and all that and stuff. So it was more organic actually seeing like, okay, these things look like they really come into life and stuff. So as a kid, you're looking at, okay, it's a red lion and a blue gorilla and a big green dragon or Commodore, whatever he was supposed to be. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it when they released them out the cages. You didn't know what you was gonna get.
Right.
I wasn't really expecting them to look like that. So I'm like, oh snap, okay. This one got real out here. They got some real life animal situations.
Did you like when they transformed? Like because they you have the Galactic Beast and then they be like transform or whatever they do whatever they do
to actually become robots.
To come to the actual
I like to keep it organic around here. So I just give me the Galactic Beast, let them run wild and do what they need to do. That's how I like it.
What I did appreciate about Lost Galaxy when they did call the Galactic Beast, each person would do, like, they had an episode where, like, it wasn't just the same person doing each episode. You know, with Power Rangers, it was always the Red Ranger. It was always Jason, or it was always Tommy. Very so often, like, Zach might do it, but it was either Jason or Tommy that was called in the Zords. In this one, each person had several opportunities to do, like Galactic Beast Arise. They each had a thing. So I just appreciate it. You never know who was gonna do it.
Yeah, they all got in on it.
But yeah, I don't think the Galactic Beast. I thought they were cool. I didn't necessarily care for the carrier Zords, like when the other ones that would come into a system.
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense to me because apparently the carrier Zords were also Galactic Beasts, but they were mind warped, and then they had to be freed from the mind warp. But you never saw them as Galactic Beasts. You only saw them as their robot carrier. So you never, like, you only see their Galactic Beast form like in a spirit type.
Right.
And you didn't really get to see them as the Galactic Beast. I didn't really care for the carrier Zords. I liked Magnum Defender Zord. I like that Magnum Defender was a part of his Zord. I like that he actually grew and then became and part of the bull. Toro, is it Toro Arise? Something like that.
Yeah, I think it was Toro.
I think
after a certain point where they keep adding different Zords in, like we getting away from what we're trying to accomplish here. Because there's some Zords that didn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I don't think this is necessary. So why are they just carrying the Megazord on the back of this animal that's supposed to be shooting lasers too? Like, we all could do this together. We don't need you. It's too much.
What you think about the Lights of Orion?
Loved it.
You did?
Yeah.
Hated it.
I think it was the quest for it, like them trying to get this crystal,
and
just the quest for. I like new power, period. Like, anytime they were able to, like when OG Rangers became ninja, loved it. Only thing I don't like is battleizers. When they put on all this bulky armor and stuff, and it's like, you look like you can't even move, Leo. Like, you got to take out the shoes on the battle.
And the Red Ranger be the only person that get the only one to get the special ones.
That's it.
I don't really care for the Lights of Orion. I just felt like, I don't know. I didn't like it. That's another thing that bothered me. The whole running like you were an animal was bothering me.
Oh yeah,
there was like
this right here. Yeah,
like run. I don't know why are we running like that.
Yeah,
why are we doing that?
It was funny at first because they were running around the city just doing that. So I'm like, okay, that's different. But after a while, it's like, okay, stand up straight.
No, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
It's weird.
Go back to the Man Defender. So Man Defender, he sacrifices himself. So kind of find out Mike is actually still alive. And so actually, at first, the Man Defender put his spirit in Mike's body or something like that. Something to make sure. So because the Man Defender originally was trapped inside of the bottom originally. Yeah. And he actually threw his sword to save Mike from falling into the abyss. And so then the Man Defender use Mike's spirit to bring his body back to do what he needs to do, but then when he sacrificed himself, then Mike got his spirit back into his body, and then Mike came alive, and then it was the episode when Leo was like, "No, you should be the Red Ranger because you originally pulled the saber." But but Mike was like, "No, that's your destiny." And then the Magnum Defender showed up and said, "You will be now the new Magnum Defender." So now Mike has become the Magnum Defender.
I think it was funny when Leo asked him, "Hey, Mike, what happened to you? Where you been?" Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. I'm here now. Don't worry about it. It's your destiny. I need to answer this question. Where you been?
Once again, I want to say something when we get to Kendrick. So now there are 6 Rangers. Well, there's 5 Rangers and a Magnum Defender.
Right.
And so now my favorite villains. Now these villains I liked. My favorite villains make a return, and that is the Psycho Rangers. Yes. Man. I love the Psycho Rangers.
DVR got the cards from the dude.
Mm-hmm.
And Buddy thought he was going to sneak him with the sword. He turned around, pop. That's it. He took about 5 cards. It was like cards. Mm-hmm. And reanimated them. And they came back, man. Them Psycho Rangers, even during space, had me stressed.
I love Psycho Rangers.
I was stressed out.
To me, Psycho Rangers was the best part of In Space. And to me, Psycho Rangers are the best part of Lost Galaxy. I felt like I really wish the Psycho Rangers was like the continuous villain. Like they was the villain throughout the whole thing. Like they needed their own like season of being villainous. Cause they're just that good and they're just that powerful to where they can, again, you just never know where they're gonna strike, and they actually foes to the Power Rangers. Like they really like are match for match. Like, no, we can beat these Power Rangers, and they're willing to do anything to do. You know, they're willing to do anything to make sure it happens.
I like them so much, man. I just wanted a season just of them. Like no regular Power Rangers. I would just watch them destroy people. This is great. They're great. Just go ahead and destroy people.
And they'll destroy each other. Like they don't care. They will definitely they don't care. They like each person has their own they want to be the top evil person. So they're wild cards, all 5 of them.
But they're all the same, just different colors to me.
Yes.
Them Psycho Rangers pop back up, man, and I don't know how your boy Andros found out about it, but he showed up.
So the Space Rangers make their return. So also this is the start. I would say the start of the whole team. Like they do the return of the old team will come back to make a cameo on the new season. So this started that as well because we saw Adam In Space. He came back as the Black Ranger, which again we are at the conversation. How is he the Black Ranger when the power coins are destroyed? But that's neither here nor there. So the Space Rangers are back for 2 episodes. They come back to fight the Psychos. To help the Galaxy Rangers fight the Psychos. And then episode 2, all of them are destroyed except Psycho Pink. And episode 2 comes Psycho Pink. She pulls Kendrick's into the computer or something. She's something, right. Something like that. And so basically, Kendrick's and Cassie are fighting Psycho Pink, and they have the book, the Galaxy book.
Right.
It's not called the Galaxy book. What is the name of the book?
But we.
Yeah.
Kind of like the bug buddies. We just gonna call it that. We gonna call it that. Because before we get to this, what I like about it, anytime a cliffhanger is going on the episode, anytime you see like a hand jiggling in the dirt, I was like, oh yeah, she's still alive. So that's exactly what happened with Psycho Pink. Psycho Pink came back through, tearing up Terra Venture, because I almost want to call it Serpent Terra. Back, y'all.
Right.
But she keeping it tearing up, and then Kendra's like, oh no, it's Psycho Pink, gotta go. She run past Cassie. Cassie's like, girl, where you going?
Right.
Psycho Pink back here acting a fool. Alright, let's pull up on her. They pull up on her in the desert, as they always fight in the desert.
It's playing they're on Planet Rashawn.
On that one? So somehow they get out of Terra Venture into planets, and fight. And then make their way back into the space. I don't know. Sure.
So they go to they go. So basically, Psycho Pink. Reese says Reese Kendrick. I'm reading the synopsis. Psycho Pink survives the last battle in Reese Kendrick's mind, and after escaping another fight with Cassie and Kendrick, she flees the planet Rashawn to find the Savage sword. So after drawing the sword, okay, so she got the sword, and then she destroys Cassie's morpher. When she puts the sword in Cassie's morpher, it creates this like vortex type thing. It's like a storm. And basically, Kendrick sacrificed herself. She goes into the eye of the storm, destroys the Savage sword, and then, sadly,
gets blown up in a process.
We lose Kendrick's.
Well, she did it because Cassie's power was leaving her.
Right.
The more it happened,
right.
The more this storm is growing, Cassie's getting hurt. She was like, okay, the Rangers are fighting everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do something. So she get in there, Quasar Saber, chop it down, blows up. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh Lord, she done went home to glory. They just got her floating around in the air.
So since you actually watched this when it was premiering, like how did you feel when Kendrick's went on home to be with the Lord?
Jokingly, y'all, that's us saying that, but
not the person, the character.
But you know what's a lesser known thing? I don't know if you know it, but the actual character,
the actress, she had
leukemia.
Yeah,
so she had.
That's why they wrote her out.
Right, and she's
a survivor. So that's good.
But with that, because you know they never used the word or did anything to actually kill off a ranger.
Right.
So it was different. Like they'll throw around, oh, we'll destroy you, blah blah blah. But to actually have somebody just go onto the great morphing grid in the sky,
right?
It was different, man. It was kind of sad because I'm like, dang, we ain't never had nobody to actually get killed on here. Like it just goes down before you don't know what's gonna happen,
right?
You know.
So then,
different.
So yeah, I could watching it as an adult, I could see how it hit for y'all. I can see how it could affect y'all as kids watching that. Let's see. So after that, the Pink Quasar Saber. So the Pink Quasar Saber is out somewhere. It's up for bid with the bad guys. And so we see old villain return. Astronomer, she returns to get the Pink Quasar Saber. Now, as you know, Astronomer was turned good in space. So I could see how y'all would get confused when y'all be like, oh my gosh, I thought she was good now. Why is she back as Astronomer? So you were confused?
I was a little confused. I was like, wait a minute, the end of the summer, she was alright. What happened?
Right. So you thought she done went back evil. She went back to the dark side. But no, she's actually posing as Astronomer so that way she can get the Quasar Saber. Quasar Saber. And then when she finishes what she does, she gets the Quasar Saber, and actually the spirit of Kendrick shows up and says, I want you to take my place as the Pink Ranger. So now Corone is now the official Pink, the second Pink Ranger. She's the second Pink Ranger for Lost Galaxy. I appreciate that.
Dope.
Appreciate that.
It's basically what happened.
It was a mixture of me looking on Wikipedia to remember, and also we're trying to remember in my brain what happened. But yes, I will say I actually enjoyed Corone in Lost Galaxy more than I did in space. I said when I did my review in space, I thought Astronomer was very annoying to begin with. She's annoying to me. And then I started liking her when she got the little robotic thing on her head and she got a little short haircut. So I liked Astronomer then. And I started liking her then. I was like, okay, she's starting to really boss up. But I liked her better as Corone on Lost Galaxy. I liked her a little bit better. I could tolerate her more on this.
Astronomer was hot though. I thought she was hot coming up. Like that's different.
You sound like Kevin.
Yeah. Far from Rita. So I'm like, yeah, I like her. She hot. Just that little bluish silver hair. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Boss me around. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's your sister. Let me hard though. Okay.
You crazy. What does it say? No, we're not playing music. I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to read what was on the computer. I was like, what is going on? No, we don't want to do that. Let me X out of that because I don't want it. There we go. I want to doing something crazy. So yeah, so now Corona's now with the group, and they end up eventually they're gonna end up going actually to the Lost Galaxy. So they actually go into the Lost Galaxy, and they of course they have more adventures.
Right.
And then eventually they find a planet. They end up finding the planet eventually that they're gonna land on. So Trakina, am I saying her name right? Trakina. So she goes into the before Scorpius died, he wanted her to transform into a bug. He wanted her to share her humanness and become a bug. And so she was like, no. And so then, but eventually she ends up running into the portal and transforming into this really
green slime,
really disgusting looking. Yeah.
I think too much because I'd be thinking, okay, did they ever say how Drakina was like half human, half whatever?
I don't think they ever explained it.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Your whole father, he a whole
bug. So who he did it with?
So who are you the father? Are you really the father? You can't be.
I don't know, man.
It puts me in the mind of like Mr. Krabs and Pearl on SpongeBob. They can't be in. Somebody y'all try to fool us. I see right through you. Don't do that.
That's funny. So yeah. So eventually, Terra Venture ends up is breaking. It's like tearing up.
Yeah.
So they actually put everybody on these ships to evacuate and go to this new planet and all this other stuff. Leo is still on Terra Venture. No. Leo, yeah, because the Terra Venture crashes into the moon thingy.
Right, the main dome of it.
Crash into this moon.
He's looking like, oh my gosh, that Terra Venture. He takes off.
Right, so you think he's going to fly Terra Venture and back to whatever's going on the main planet, to the planet they're on, I guess. And so there's this big battle between Bug, Trakina, and Leo, and Leo ends up saving the day. And yeah, I mean, it pretty much ends with like the bad guys being destroyed and the Power Rangers return the Quasar Sabers. The new planet is Miranoi.
They end up going back to that.
And so
all the
Miranoi.
The Miranoians, they become
when they put the Sabers back into the rock, they return the Sabers, and then the frozen Miranoians become unfrozen. So now everybody's living happily ever after on Miranoi.
That's it.
Including the Galactic Beast, and everybody is there, and the fireworks is going off.
They cheering,
and they're like, what? Yeah. So that's it. So okay, I'm gonna say what I need to say about Kendricks. Here's my issue with Mike disappearing, Kendricks disappearing. Oh, sorry, we forgot to add that Kendricks does come back. So then when they're on Miranoi, Kendricks comes back from heaven, returns, and says, I'm back now. And so now she's alive with the group.
Right.
So yeah. This is my issue. Does anybody care that these people are missing? And as far as like they are high ranked in the community. Like nobody cared that Mike was gone. They didn't ask questions like, "Where's Mike?"
He was going.
He was missing for a while. It was like, "Where's Mike?" Nobody like. And then when he returned, oh, where you been though?
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, right.
I was around.
And so then
it's been like 25 episodes. What are you talking about?
And so then Kendricks leaves. And it's like, so nobody asked about Kendrick's? Like, the captain not saying, yo, where Kendrick's at? Kendrick's she definitely was a part of the laboratory.
No memorial service, no nothing.
And not even that, though. I'm not even talking about that. Because, I mean, they're not supposed to know that she's the Power Ranger. But I'm saying, like, just in general, these captains, why aren't you keeping up with your personnel?
But see, you know, I always thought about that. That goes back to OG. Y'all supposed to be teenagers in high school. Y'all just skipping class, fighting evildoers out the door, coming back like ain't nothing happened. Who graduated? What are your grades?
I mean, but they did graduate. I mean, they had a graduation episode.
It's like, how did y'all pull this off in the middle of the day? It's 12:30. Y'all out here fighting buddies. Let's be in science class, sir. Let's move it.
So that was my issue with that. Did I have an issue with anything else? I was just like, I'm trying to think. It was too much. You know, I'm all about, you know, if you got a good physique, you know, I'm all about, you know, showing it, you know, whatever. You know, if you got it, flaunt it. It was a little too much with Leo, and this is a kids show.
This is a lot of
it was a lot of him ripping his shirt off for no reason. Yeah. Like why?
Idiots. Like, dude, we get it.
The crazy. So the thing is, Demetrio, he will rip off his shirt and then more. You're wearing a costume after that. So like, what was the point of you ripping your shirt off? What was the point? I mean, Leo, he got a nice body. That's cool. Why are you ripping it off to morph into an outfit?
Put more clothes on, basically.
Doesn't make any sense.
Harder clothes on than what you had before.
Yeah, that's spandex.
Yeah.
So
the whole helmet.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fun. I ain't even think about.
Yeah, it was a lot. It's like he's ripping his shirt off every episode, and then even they changed the opening for him. They like originally his other open was like, right. Then I was like, okay, all right.
He had the Quasar saber, rip it open.
I don't know what y'all trying to do, but
baby, he needs something. Like, wait a minute, no, we don't need no baby.
Here's another issue that I had. Why was Damon always dirty? Like, why did he always have to have that smut on his face? He literally had that same smut every episode on his face. And I'm not understanding why. I mean, I get it. He works with his hands. He handles the maintenance around Terra Venture and everything. But there was no need for him to have him looking dirty every episode. Like, we get it. And also, I don't understand why he always had to carry his tool belt. Like, again, we get it. Like, we know his position. He is the maintenance guy. We understand. But come on. Even when he morphed, it's like he had on the belt and then he morphed and he was a Power. It's like, wouldn't that anyway, but my main issue was, why was he dirty the whole time? Like, that wasn't, I don't think he needed to have the smut on his face and on his hands for us to understand that he did maintenance. Like, well, not at least every episode. I can see if he was working on something, but like for him to be like dirty like every single episode, that was a bit much. What else happened? What else did I have? I'm trying to think what else, if I had a dissatisfaction or anything else. I cannot remember, because again, it's been a couple of months since I binge watched Lost Galaxy.
That's me, so I'm just going off pure memory, man.
Yeah. I already talked about how they really care for the villains.
That's about it, man. Yeah, because Lost Galaxy really didn't have a whole lot to offer.
But like I said, I enjoyed
the two, you know, Baghdad Defender, Kendricks, coming back. That was really it.
Yeah, and the Psychos.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed Lost Galaxy more than I enjoyed In Space. Me personally, watching it, like I said, watching it now, like I watched it back. When I can't say watch it back, I didn't watch it before. Watching it, I enjoyed the story of Lost Galaxy more than I enjoyed the story of In Space.
Space was my thing, man. I like
y'all say that. Y'all say that.
That was my thing, man.
Yeah.
Space, I'm locked in. It's on. I'm locked in. Let's go.
Huh.
Especially with the Delta Megazord was sliding down the street at the end of the season finale, and you got to wait all summer for the next episode. It's crazy. I was stressed out. I was stressed with that. I was stressed with the Green Ranger when he first came into the picture, where he was evil. He just went up to the Megazord, packed them up real quick, tossed them out their own Zord like it was nothing. I was stressed out as a kid watching Power Rangers. I don't know.
Don't let your blood pressure go up as a child.
Pressure was high. Detox did what?
So yeah, so I think that's all. I thought we wrapped up. I thought we said everything we need to say about Lost Galaxy. Okay, so we have a rating system here when we do Ranger Ravers, and let me look it up. I don't remember off the top of my head. Let me look it up. Come on, I'm trying to find it. Where is it?
While you're looking it up,
go ahead, sir.
What's the last season you really looked at for Power Rangers?
Zeo. Well, no, sorry, that's a lie. The last season I actually watched was Dino Thunder.
Okay.
Because Tommy was on there.
That's the only reason. I'm going to be honest with you. I love Tommy. I absolutely, he is the epitome of a Power Ranger. But Dino Thunder, man, I don't know if we can use profanity on here, but
you can say, go ahead.
He was getting his ass whooped. That's the Black Dino. But Jesus,
it's ready.
You on staff, we don't need it. You're gonna be on the ground.
I'm gonna have to watch it again. I'm really gonna have to watch it again now because that's funny.
He used to get packed up every episode, and I'm like, dude, you the legend right here. You going up bad here, man. You got these kids, 3 kids out here out fighting you. Come on.
All right. So here's the rating system. So basically like least to best, So we have Rita Repulsa. I have a headache.
Oh, I have such a headache.
Alpha I.
Ay.
Kimberly Nice Stereo, so that's in the middle.
Nice stereo.
More Phenomenal.
System's nominal.
And then Go Green Ranger Go.
Go Green Ranger, go!
The Go Green Ranger Go is being the best because the Green Ranger.
You came up with it?
Yeah, I came up with the rating system.
That's dope, though.
I came up with the rating system.
I actually like that.
I gotta give a shout out to my guys. What we talking about this time? They have their own rating system for when they rate their movies, and I kind of took that and I said, okay, I'm gonna do that too, but I'm gonna use Power Ranger terms. So,
I like that.
So that's the rating system for Ranger Ravers. Okay, so Demetrio, as our guest, what are you rating Power Rangers Lost Galaxy?
Lost Galaxy, man, was a good season, so it wasn't perfect based on what we were talking about. But what's the second to last? Was that More Phenomenal?
Talking about, are we going to like the good part?
That's the best.
So yeah, so good. If it was good to use, More Phenomenal. If it was the best to use, Go Green Ranger Go. If it was just alright, and then it's Nice Stereo.
Oh man, it's between Nice Stereo and More Phenomenal for me. Man.
Okay.
Nice stereo.
System's nominal.
Somewhere in there, you got a More Phenomenal stereo. That's how I'm looking at it.
More Phenomenal stereo.
That's how I'm gonna look at it. I'm sticking to it. Because it's in between for me. I'm not saying it's absolutely just, oh my God, I can't believe they didn't make another season of this, but it was definitely better than, if I look at all the Power Rangers I did look at, it's definitely one of the top ones, man.
Got you.
So definitely, especially with the storyline, man.
Got you. I'm going to rate Power Rangers Lost Galaxy Nice Stereo.
Nice stereo.
It's in the middle for me. Like I said again, I'm always OG, 1000% OG. But I enjoy Lost Galaxy more than I enjoyed In Space. And I think I rated In Space in between I and Nice Stereo. So definitely, yeah. Like I said, because y'all really hyped up In Space, and I was really ready to like really get into it, and I just was like, and I don't know, maybe because I'm 39. Oh, I'm not 39 yet, but maybe because I'm in my late 30s, and I don't know. I mean, but even as adults, like y'all was hyping it up. Like y'all, we're all in our 30s, and y'all was really hyping it up. So I was really excited to watch this space, and I was just like, oh, okay, they really hyped this up, and yeah, all right. I mean, cinematically it looked good. I'll say that. So, but yeah, I enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed the storyline of In Space more than I enjoyed the storyline of. I enjoyed the storyline of Lost Galaxy more than I enjoyed the storyline of In Space.
So
fair.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I do that.
Yeah. All right. So I am currently. I've taken a break, but I'm currently on now like Speed Rescue.
Okay. I had to get on that.
So
I like that one too. But again, it goes back to me just like in New Power. Like y'all were like paramedics, firefighter type deal.
So you were okay with the Power Rangers switching up every season, like different Power Rangers every season.
After a while, it got a little crazy because, like I said, after Lightspeed Rescue, I watched Dino Thunder and I watched SPD. After that, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
After that, every other Operation Overdrive, Fury, Super Mega, no, absolutely not.
I'm sorry, I got to go back to your original question. When you asked me what was the last one I watched, I want to say, because we should have put a parentheses on that. Which one the last one I watched and enjoyed was Dino Thunder. The last one that I watched was the last season of Power Rangers. That was on Netflix, and I did not enjoy that.
Yikes!
Yikes. That was rough to get through. But we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Trash.
We'll talk about when we get.
We have a Champagne Ranger. What is that? What is that? Champagne Ranger. That's not even a color. Come on. Okay, it may be a color. I just don't like it.
All right. Thank you, Demetrio, for being here.
No, for real. Thank you all, man. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man. So this has been another episode of Ranger Ravers. And until next time, peace.
Peace.
Let's go Ranger Ravers. Don't you love the Ranger Ravers?